Bertie, how much are you excited about tonight's event?
I'm excited, I promise you. Just getting in through Celtic Park and coming up that walkway. And today, this is the 50th anniversary. I can't believe it. I must have been at nursery school when I was pulling on that jersey in Lisbon. But all kidding and joking aside, every day, honest, is a boulevard. I've never woke up one morning without thinking about my friends, Joe McBride, Jinky, Bobby Murty, Ronnie, and we could go on and on. Met an awful lot of great Celtic supporters, and we miss them as well, because as far as I'm concerned, they are Celtic Football Club, the supporters. They supported us when there were no substitutes. They encouraged us and gave us passion by being in the terraces. We were lucky that we put bums on seat, but more fortunate when we got them off to applaud. Jock says one thing when he became manager in '65, he says, listen, if you look at the history of Celtic Football Club, the Coronation Exhibition of the St Mungo, he says, now it's your era, let's make history. And I promise you, I can't remember letting him down. Or maybe it was the time I didn't buy a round when he was there.
They've always had character, and any time I've been in their company, it's been a wonderful, wonderful night, and tonight will be no different. There's a few gone, a few great characters gone, but the ones that are still here will live on that legend, and it's a magnificent achievement. 50 years, and we think back, and for some people in here tonight, it'll just be a very short memory, but for us older people, or us people who's been around a long time, it goes by so quickly.
Well, they're an iconic team, and they inspired generations, and still do, of Celtic supporters and Celtic players, including myself. They were mythical people when I was growing up, and I got to know them on a personal level as my career sort of grew here. Got to meet them as human beings, and they are legends of the club. They're the greatest team that's ever played for the club, and they have set the tone for future Celtic managers and future Celtic players.
It's an honour to be here again. I know so many of the boys. Obviously, Bobby Lennox was a big, favourite of mine. Was a big mentor to me really throughout my early career. It's great to see them all here, and it's an achievement that's special. It's an iconic achievement. So it's just great to be part of it.
Well, being a Celtic supporter all my life, it's wonderful. But the Celtic supporter are always up for it, aren't they? It's just, this 50 years later, hard to believe it. We're still getting the accolades we're getting. It's wonderful. It's Celtic supporters.
We've always been a good bunch of boys, and we've always stuck together. And this is the climax of it all after 50 years, plus the years that we add on to what age we played it, So take a wee note of that, all right. But everything's okay. We look forward to it and have an enjoyable evening, okay?
To be called legends and things, for me, is not my style, but I think we did our best when we played for everybody. It didn't matter who played in the side. Everybody gave their all, for the team. It was just a great bunch of guys to play with, live from week to week with. It's fantastic just to be here.
It's a wonderful occasion. It's part of Celtic's unbelievable history, and what the guys done, putting the club firmly on the map. What they did was exceptional, and will never be done again in the way that they did it. 11 guys living within 30 miles of Celtic Park. What an achievement. So I've got the hairs on the back of my neck standing up, even talking about it. So what it's going to be like in the arena, I do not know. 17,000 people honouring these fantastic men. That is what it's all about tonight.
It's a special, special night. The supporters have been brilliant, so they have. I don't realise how, the 50 years and they're still really involved in it all. It's really, really great, the supporters.
Well, it's remarkable, to be quite honest, because these guys, and it was the biggest thing I noticed when we got there, when we eventually came up to play the game, a lot had come in the last 20 minutes since we went down to change, and we suddenly had these thousands and thousands of strips up in the terraces and up in the stands, and it was quite amazing, and you suddenly felt under pressure because they're expecting us to win. It's all right, you get out to win, but now you've got the added pressure of them expecting you to win as well, because they didn't want their trip to be in vain. So that was a great responsibility. fortunately we rose to the challenge, and since then we've just dined out on the acclaim from the supporters. It's been fantastic.
It's a marvellous occasion to kind of merit what they did. It will never be forgotten. I think it's one of the only clubs that you do get so many songs about them every single game, and I think it just shows the amount of people here to give them that appreciation of what they actually achieved that night.
I think that we owe them a great sense of gratitude. They've stuck by the club and they appreciate what we have done. But don't forget, we didn't realise what we'd done till we came back to Glasgow. We just thought it's another cup. It's a cup, but it doesn't have that much. Then you realise how the fans behaved, and ever since it's just been year after year after year. Never be forgotten.
It should be a tremendous evening. First British team to win the European Cup 50 years ago, and everybody's still talking about it, so it's a marvellous occasion.
Well, I was fortunate to be in Lisbon. Of course, Agnes was in the maternity ward having a child at the time, but yeah, no, it's fabulous. No, it's really great. We're really thrilled. The two of us have been getting our photographs taken tonight. Yes, lots of people wanting photographs. No, it's been great. We're looking forward to it. It's really
popular with our old age.
I know.
This is absolutely out of this world, and I think all the guys will probably say that. No, we never expected anything like this. Mind you, when we came back from Lisbon and all the people were there waiting on us and bus loads, and we knew it was something we had done, but for the likes of now, many years later, 40 years later, and they're still celebrating, and you see the crowds about out there. It's unbelievable.
It'll never happen again. It's just a phenomenal achievement, and yeah, that's worth celebrating. No doubt about that. And I'm sure it'll be a great night. And it couldn't be anything other but a great night. But when you're celebrating something like this, it's fantastic achievement. So we'll all enjoy it.
You just look around and there's Alex Welch and there's Kenneth Douglas, there's Bertie Auld. Roy Aitken's over there, and I'm trying very hard to keep my cool, but it's really quite hard. And I'm with a mate, and he said, "Do you want a selfie with Ken Douglas?" I said, "Yes," but I'm too scared to ask. So it's amazing. It just shows the pull of that team and the story and the myth. It's a story that'll never die.
And Bertie Auld said you were a bit of a singer yourself back in the day, Bobby. So is there any kind of musical act that you're excited about seeing this evening?
Is Bertie Auld here?
He's here.
I'm just going to taxi down the road, so maybe see you later. Okay, nice to see you.